His name was Jalen, 23 years old, a black guy in a gray janitor uniform, holding a mop bucket with tired eyes and a quiet presence. In this house, he scrubbed floors, polished marble, dusted antiques, never stopping for a second. Because how do you stop when you're breathing the same air that used to belong to you? This house used to be his natique, to figuratively, literally. His father built it when Jalen was 5. Every column, every cabinet, even the old bench in the garden, held memories of his childhood. But now, he was there only as a cleaner from a contracted company. The new owners, rich, white, loud, barely noticed him. Everything changed on a Sunday. There was a charity gala happening at the estate, fancy guests, laughter, champagne, classical music. Jalen was working quietly in the backyard when a 10-year-old boy approached him. "Why are you cleaning this house?" the boy asked, straight-faced and curious. Jalen smiled. "Because I used to own it." The boy thought he was joking at first, but then ran off and told his father. One of the guests, a tall man, with silver hair, an expensive watch, and a commanding presence. The man came over, intrigued. "Is it true?" he asked. "Yes," Jalen replied, wiping his hands. "My father was an architect. We lived here until—" He paused. He didn't want to talk about the bank, the shady contract, the threats, or how they were forced to sell the house for next to nothing after a setup that smelled like corruption. "Do you have any proof?" the man asked, surprisingly serious. "We do. We still have the floor plans, photos, even video footage of the ribbon-cutting ceremony when the house was finished." The next evening, the stranger returned and asked to see the documents. Turns out, he was an investigative journalist, and Jalen's story wasn't unique. There was a pattern in the area. Poor families, especially black families, were being pressured to sell their homes through fake debts, shady lawsuits, and even threats. Jalen's family had just been one of many. Within days, the story aired on regional news. A photo of Jalen, a janitor who once lived in a mansion, went viral. The caption read, "They took his home, but they couldn't take his dignity." Public outrage exploded. Legal teams got involved. Activists joined in. One of the banks found itself under federal investigation. The current owners tried to keep the property, but the evidence was overwhelming. Court documents, testimonies, even old security footage confirmed the sale had been forced. 3 months later, justice, at least partial, was served. The house was returned to Jalen's family. And Jalen, he never scrubbed anyone else's floors again. He became a symbol. He now speaks at schools, universities, and even appears on national interviews. And it all started with one simple question from a child: "Why are you cleaning this house?" And one powerful answer: "Because I used to own it."